In this video help, let's go ahead and click in on the menu. I'm going to be covering the Consignor Sales Report. Now, since this is a sales report, what it does is it tracks all the items that are sold or going to be sold. And also, it's a secondary way to do the consignor summary as far as split between consignor and the store as far as the commissions are concerned. And like in the other screen, you can see what each individual record's consignment commission rate is. It also shows you if it's been invoiced. In this case, these are all invoiced because these are actual sales. So this is the list of invoices by the invoice number. So you can identify the actual invoice where these items were sold. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the items themselves as far as the record is concerned. It has a header where it has the name of the consignor and the ID of the item that's consigned. And by the record, it'll summarize the sales for that particular consignor in this record. So these are sales that we're looking at. So there's everything that's in here should be an item that is sold. So since this is the sales report. If you're going to do a find, and we now started covering finds to the point where it's getting easier to understand them, I also provided a little show and tell as far as the actual formula for doing date ranges, which is greater than or equal to the current date that you want to start with and the end date preceded by less than or equal to. And it says start by doing a find and consign status, put in sold so that it picks up the sold records and not everything else in the find, and also the date range. That way it'll provide you with the date range for those items that are sold for the whole period. Now, if you want to do a specific consignor like you did before, in the last report you could add the consignor name in there and it'll bring that up, or you would get everything. And as before, if you're missing the header, click the run button to go ahead and bring up the information. Now let's go a little bit more in depth on this particular screen as far as sales are concerned. Now in this particular report, you can identify from this screen, it's a little bit more detail, where it actually shows items that are over a commission period and different commission as far as the commission rates and the percentage of sales. So they're taking the items sold and they're breaking it down 10, 20, and 30 and what they would actually sell for during these periods and the last date of that particular period. Now this report can be used, even though it's sales, you can go ahead and find the sales where items sold in a certain period and get the more detailed information for that. Now the last report that we were using, which was the consignor report, that could be used in a little different manner where you're just looking for certain items or certain groups of items by the consignor themselves, other than the sold only and the consignor ID of items sold and the summary of information, which includes the sales tax now instead of just the basic information of the consignor thing. It does have the sum of sold items, the commission for the consignor, and the commission paid to the consignor, and then the store's commission, and the actual sum of the items that have been sold. In the sub-record, you're going to see that here's the commissions, and the actual amount of the item sold as what it was before is going to be in the consignor sales price up here as the item price sold, and the date or the sold at price is going to be here. So you can see the difference. If there was a discount and you use the discount on the invoice to reduce the amount of actual selling price, then that would show up the difference between the actual sale price that you wanted to and the actual sold price. If you have any questions about this, you can contact me. I'd be happy to explain it for you and take you through a couple of reports to get you where you really understand it and you're comfortable with running this report. Thank you.